Do you know, my gorgeous Aquarius, something that was missing in your life big time, it's about to return. It's about to manifest. Let me tell you how important February 2022 it's actually going to be for you. This is the time where you will finally see, after a long time, on one hand, a very, very significant outcome of the past efforts, but on another hand, what I find absolutely mind-blowing when it comes to you, my gorgeous Aquamarini, is the fact that not that long ago you took on some kind of a project, not that long ago, and I am talking about maybe a few days ago, maybe a few weeks ago, you know, maybe even a few months ago. It even depends at what stage you are at your spiritual journey, but this is important because it's to do with something that you started, something that you just began. This is so significant, like you have no idea. You need to know and you need to understand that you are most certainly doing the right thing. You are the very important part of your life, my gorgeous Aquamarini, where you are most certainly at the actual crossroads. The answer to this crossroads is just keep going, keep doing things that you are doing, you know, keep being you. And also at the same time, it's a very important to stay on this particular path. It is like also like so significant to say that what you are doing right now throughout the actual months of February, when it comes to investments, when it comes to thinking about future, when it comes to your future planning, when it comes to like investments, like in general, you know, invest huge, massive, enormous investments in your life you are doing right now. So this is all about you understanding this, by the same time giving a credit to yourself as well. You know, this is an absolutely superb time to use your intuition primarily, and you most certainly must do things that come to you in order to protect yourself financially, in order to do the right thing. The February is going to bring you a mind-blowing answer, and that answer is pretty much so going to become absolutely evident within the last 7 days of this month. That answer is going to point you towards the right direction purely through the way you actually feel. You know, you need to pay attention to your feelings, you need to pay attention to your emotions, you need to pay attention to how much is this actually changing you. So it's like a pretty much so you are gonna find yourself on an adventure, and I really like it. I really do. You know why? Because that adventure is going to require you to come out of yourself. I'm not saying that you were like in la la la. I'm just saying that this is going to require from you naturally to come out of yourself and do the things that you think that you should be doing at this stage of your life. No matter what is going on around you, no matter what you're being told, no matter like how many negative energies are like kind of around us at the moment, this is something that is going to rejuvenate you, but it's also going to give you such an important feeling of importance, you know, because it's about you coming out of yourself and doing exactly the thing that you should be doing at this moment in time. This is going to really change you in so many different ways, but it's also on another hand going to help you to make sense of things, you know, when they absolutely don't make sense. It is help you to stay on your path, but it's also going to help you to for you very unique self to come out. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Aquamarini, and it's for February 2022. So this monthly horoscope tarot card focus is for you, my gorgeous Aquamarini, and it's for February 2022. Do you know this is an important month? This really is an important month. You know what is going on right now, it's going to bring you huge progress. So my advice is just explore as many options as you possibly can, but also stay on top of, you know, things in your life by, you know, pulling the strings where you want to pull them, by doing those things that you want to do. And also it's pretty much so a lot to do with like making huge, massive, enormous steps when it comes to your future. So it's not about the planning, you know, this is past that stage when it comes to planning. It's all about you jumping into the water and learning how to swim. It is so important for you to remember it's the progress that you are going to make that is going to come out of the things that are going to start manifesting themselves this month. So any type of ideas, pay attention to. Any type of synchronicities, pay attention to. But most importantly, what did you start recently? You know, maybe it was a couple of days ago. You took something on, some kind of a new project, or maybe it was like a few months ago. This is what I'm talking about. And your soul will know, your spirit will know that this is, my God, an important part of your spiritual journey. What you're going to do this month, it's mind-blowing. What you're going to achieve later on is going to be even more mind-blowing. It is going to take an additional 6 months, exactly 6 months, for this to unfold what you are doing right now, and in exactly 6 months you will see the actual outcome of these particular efforts. So it is just by you basically doing those things, you know, when it comes to your ideas and when it comes to planning, that just primarily come to you. But don't ignore them, because you will know, you will your light is going to shine much brighter as soon as you focus on the specific aspects of your life, but they're also going to be coming to you. You know, it's going to need from you to explore, but also to be like kind of like to trust yourself, you know, to trust your instinct and your gut instincts, you know, very important indeed. When it comes to the actual numerology, your number is number 1302. 1302, it's a very important number, and it also showing the fact that you are going to start yourself, you're going to start a very powerful journey, very important journey, where you're going to come out of yourself. This is going to help you to make things out of the things that don't make sense, you know. By the same time, it's going to start a process of a very sacred transformation in your life. So throughout this month, you know, you're going to realize certain things that are getting on your nerves, you know, around you, and this is something that slowly came to an end, whether these are certain objects around you, whether you will want to make certain changes, you know. This is all important to pay attention to, because it's the part of your vibration that needs a bit of like a tempering with in sense of your own personal rejuvenation. Because as soon as you kind of like a focus on things that no longer serve you, focus on things that are maybe getting on your nerves around you a little bit, you know, this is also a very special sign that beyond there is going to be quite some kind of like a spiritual gift that is actually going to be waiting you, just like within the next few days. Something is going to come to you that otherwise wouldn't. So this is the way you make the most of this absolutely wonderful, mind-blowing energy, my gorgeous aquamarines, indeed. But it also means that it's the time of transformation, and it also means that, you know, there is that particular balance that is going to return into your life. This month it's also marking the return of an important balance in your life, and that balance is going to start driving you again. You know, you're going to be driven by the things that you should be driven. It's going to make you the specific part of your life. It's going to make you feel so unique, so gifted, so important. And this is exactly the vibration and energy that you should be following through. Okay, this is something that is going to be undeniable whatsoever. And never mind the fact that this is your time. This is your time when your energy is in general like pretty much so very enhanced. Okay, so this is only going to amplify things for you in an enlightening way, if I can say it like that. What this number also means in numerology, that your sacred gift, something that is so special about you, something that is so sacred about you. We all have something so sacred and special about us, you see, but this time and this moment in time, this is going to come out of you and it's going to show you the way. So what is the most brilliant about you? What is the most unique about? What makes you feel good? What makes you feel happy? What makes you feel excited in terms of doing things in this life, you know? This is most certainly going to be highlighted this month indeed, because you are going to have a sacred gift that you are at the same time going to be able to take on the next level. It's actually not the next level, but it's a level 101. Okay, level 101. Okay, just remember this. This is so important. It's about your sacred gift, but also it's going to bring you success. The ultimate success that you're actually going to have out of this, it's going to be within exactly 9 months. Within 9 months, but I would say in 9 months. In 9 months exactly. Within 9 months, sorry, it's going to be an important stage and the period that this is going to be taking place, you know, but at the same time, it's going to be very important in 9 months. It's going to bring you success, material attainment. You're going to find yourself on a rather advanced level of your life, which is going to reflect on your own healing, on your own energy. It's going to make you feel so good about yourself, and it's also going to bring you an important victory. At the same time, certain difficulties going to come to an end, and that in itself, it's also going to bring even more stability into your life. You are at the same time going to become aware of maybe certain people. You need to be aware of the certain people who you actually say things to about yourself and about your secret projects. You know, I would just say to you to keep certain things to yourself when it comes to the projects, because I do see a little bastard here, and it's just somebody who's like a really selfish, and somebody who's like, oh no baby, no, like really envy and jealous. Oh no, I just don't like this person, and you haven't even done anything, but there is just a little bit of a snake here that you're going to need to be careful about. So any projects that you have or any things that you started, most certainly just keep it to yourself, you know, for this moment in time. And that's the best way to protect yourself. So just be aware of the little snake, you see. This is something I need you to remember. Well, also this month is going to bring in my gorgeous aquamarine. You know, it's a very strong month when it comes to your destiny, fortune and faith. You know, all these things are going to be playing an important role. You know, you are going to be reminded of who you are and what your job is on this earth, what your special role is on this earth. Just remember that you're ridiculously empathic. You are, I always say this, but I'm sorry, it's important to say, you are so empathic. You have this power. So this is one of your power, being an empath and understanding things, and taking on the next level. Listen to your feelings, listen to your energy, pay attention to your vibration. They will be speaking you like a big mama, you know, like throughout this month of February 2022. So it's important. So, you know, when you become aware of the certain outcome that you were like kind of waiting for within the last 9 months, within the last 10 months, this was happening. When you get a news message and that message puts a big smile on your face, you're going to become aware of the certain outcome. You will like this because it's successful. It's an important outcome for you. What you have been doing and working for, now it's going to multiply. I like it. I like it. I like it. Now, honestly, it's so important because it's also at the same time going to start the process of the actual culmination, which means that you were like really worrying about and it made you feel quite undecisive. So now you're also going to have a really important conclusion, and that conclusion is going to make you realize, oh wow, huge massive step ahead that you are going to make, because you will see that you are at the same time approaching the end of a very annoying problem. And then what's going to happen after that moment in time, you just need to pay attention. It's such a complex month, but very important. An unexpected situation is going to occur, and this is going to be a mind-blowing moment in time. And this unexpected situation is just basically going to bring you the option when it comes to the future planning, an important option when it comes to the future planning, something to do with the near future, but it's also like kind of like you know, just out of the blue, this is going to take place, this is going to happen. So there is going to be an important solution. So you need to pay attention to this because it's important. It's to do with you doing the right thing, but also at the same time it's to do with your own planning. So when it's to do with also uncertainties, like, oh, what I'm going to do exactly, you know, this is going to refresh you, baby. It's going to refresh your memory, but it's also at the same time going to really set you nicely in a grounding way on the path that you should be on, because this is going to be successful. By the same time, it's pretty much so going to mark the end to actually challenging times when it comes to you. It's going to feel so much better. By the same time, it's to do with the light at the end of the tunnel. This in itself is going to bring you pretty much so like a healing, well-being, luxury, and pretty much of security and extreme comfort. But then at the same time, you just need to remember that, you know, somebody, it's also karma mama is coming back. Of course, karma mama is coming back. And when you kind of come across the person who's so mean to you so much, this is not a little snake that I was talking about. This is somebody who is in your life, somebody who you just don't get on with, somebody who you can't understand. You can't understand. You've kind of lost yourself a little bit, but it's nothing to do with you, and it's nothing to do with that person. This is somebody who's very, very close to you, but you've just lost like this little bit contact in between each other. There are lots of emotions in between you and that person, but at some moments in time you had a bit of a disagreement. So you must go over that. It's very important for you to understand, to go over that disagreement. People are different. We are all different. We can all act in a weird way. We can all be weird, but you know what? Our weirdness is our power. Our weirdness it brings us good energy because we allow ourselves to be ourselves, and sometimes life is complex. You know, we must not take certain things for granted, and I'm saying that, you know, this person is very important to you, and it's maybe you're gonna have a little bit of like a maybe disagreement again, but please try to go over, try to understand that this person doesn't dislike you, doesn't hate you or anything like that. It's just like a maybe you're too similar, you know, maybe this is the case. So it's pretty much so. I need you to understand that this is your karmic, this is going to bring you an absolutely mind-blowing karmic reward, my gorgeous aquamarinis. This is going to bring you a very, very important karmic reward, only if you don't kind of like act negatively towards that person. Okay, so you just need to kind of like forgive. So this is an important moment. Forgive something that happened in between you and that person in the past, but also when that person comes out, I think that there's something maybe emotionally not quite right with that person. Something is emotionally not quite right with that person. There are other things that are maybe making that person kind of unhappy or uncertain. You know, something is clouding their mind. Something is clouding their energy. So it's nothing to do with you personal. So I just want to prepare you to have a big smile on your face and try to go over it in the most friendliest possible way. Later on, believe me or not, there is going to be a mind-blowing realization that you're going to have from this. Because of this, you're going to feel so glad that you did this. You're going to feel so glad that you responded in this way. It's going to get back to you like in 5 billion times. My God, pay attention to, because this is so important, my gorgeous aquamarinis, indeed. And also, you know, this month is most certainly going to bring you an important it's going to bring you an important improvement, and this improvement, it's going to pretty much so going to reflect on every single part of your life. It's to do with your development wherever you are. This is the time of your own personal promotion. Give credit to yourself where the credit is due, because by giving credit to ourselves where the credit is due, you know, we are just showering ourselves with the spiritual water. You need spiritual water, do it, okay? It's important. And then on another hand, you know, an important outcome of the past effort is just going to be the beginning of your own rebirth, because you have been so worrying, you felt very low, you felt very uncertain, you just let these energies and vibration to take the better of you, and now this is going to be directly opposite of the unhappiness that you felt, especially over the last 9 or 10 months in particular. And just also very kind of like it's going to be the situation when you're going to learn something like just out of the blue, some kind of subject or something you're going to learn just out of the blue, and you will just find this so delicious. You will want more of it, you will want more of it, or you will want more of it. This is something that you need to pay attention to, my gorgeous aquamarinis, indeed. So now when it comes to your health and when it comes to nutrition and things like that, it is still, B vitamins are so important for you to take. B vitamins, if you can possibly take this every single morning, and I say this to you on purpose because B vitamins are one of those vitamins that are actually okay to take the first thing in the morning. Some of the vitamins are like, no baby, no, but B vitamins are absolutely fine. These are going to rejuvenate you, re-energize you. It's going to feed your brain at a time when you need this, but at the same time it's going to be beneficial for your entire digestive system, and that alongside like the actual organic chamomile tea you can sip throughout the month, organic dandelion tea as well. Both these are absolutely fantastic when it comes to flushing the toxins out of the system, but also it's gonna, like, maybe instead of coffee, have this tea, and you will see, like, my God, it's gonna make you feel so much better. Something to consider. And also when it comes to the vitamin B complex, just make sure that the folic acid is made as a folate, and make sure that the B12 is made as a methylcobalamin, which is the natural version of these particular vitamins, because I can't stand like a fake vitamins, like chemical vitamins and things like that. So this is something that you need to remember. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor. You just need to check with your GP. Only your doctor or GP can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous aquamarinis, or not. Okay, so now I'm gonna go on the very first date that it's going to be quite important, but before I go there, I have got an absolutely mind-blowing new line of crystal pendants in the store. Look at that gorgeous red jasper that comes with a sterling silver chain. Look at that gorgeous red jasper. It's just something that you're going to find so beneficial to ward off the negative energy, evil spirits, to get rid of the evil spirits and negative energy. This is a must, because there is so much negativity and uncertainty, and the downer is going on at the moment, that we make ourselves like a bit vulnerable, because subconsciously we are picking up on all sorts of vibrations, and there are some quite evil spirits about at the moment, which we are absolutely fine against normally. But if we are really tired, we are really drained, and we just don't feel ourselves, we become just a bit more sensitive, and then it's much easier for the evil spirits to tamper with us. On another hand, this is absolutely a powerful crystal when it comes to like grounding, and also it's stone of endurance and nurturing. This is so important to wear throughout February and March 2022. It's a big mama indeed. I absolutely love this crystal. Just holding it like this is like, oh my God, And if you would like to buy this, the link to buy it from my store is in the description below. But buying things from my channel, my gorgeous Aquamarini, you're also supporting my channel as well. Did you really think that I'm gonna forget? Did you really think that I'm gonna forget what I'm gonna do now? Happy birthday to you. 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 Happy birthday, Aquamarini. Happy birthday to you. 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 Happy birthday, pam 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 pam. Aquamarini, pam pam. I love you so much. Happy birthday, my gorgeous Aquamarinis. I love you so much. So now basically the first, second and the third. Now the first and the second of February 2022 is just going to be, you need to pay attention to what something very persistently it's going to be repeating. Something is going to be on your mind. A certain word, a certain word is going to be on your mind, and that word is also at the same time a very important direction. So now that is going to become absolutely evident on the 3rd of February 2022, because you're gonna find the part of your life being very beneficial. The new path on the 3rd, it's all about you finding the specific part of your life being very beneficial, and that in itself is also going to kind of help you to make make sense of things that you didn't understand in terms of the next step. And you will not want to feel negative, you will not want to feel sad, or you will not want to feel unhappy, like especially with the things that were bringing you down, like over the last 3 months in particular, when it comes to that particular situation. So that in itself is going to become a new plan. So the 3rd of February, it's going to start with you like realizing beneficial situation that is going to be connected to that word or that realization on the 1st and the 2nd of February. So by the 3rd of February, it's all about you seeing the benefit in the certain situation, not that particular word, but that word on the 1st and the 2nd, it's going to be playing an important role for you to making sense of things. It's like going to bring you the missing puzzle that was missing. You will not be able to understand things exactly right ahead of you, but you're going to feel it so strongly in your spirit and your soul that it's going to be absolutely impossible to ignore. You will not want to go back to the specific part of your life that brought you down. So this is important because it's going to lead towards the new plan, and that in itself, it's all about you feeling so good about it, because it's going to rejuvenate you, make you feel optimistic, it's going to give you confidence, it's going to give you control that you didn't have. There are going to be some uncertain efforts, but you will know that this is the right thing to do. And at the same time, there is a little like a kind of like a hidden enemy that you're going to become aware of, and that hidden enemy that you're going to become aware of, it's not something that you're going to become aware of like for the first time ever, but it's going to be highlighted through you, through someone who is so important to you, so significant to you, somebody who knows you really well. Someone who knows you really well is going to kind of highlight to you this specific person, like maybe there is something not quite right with that specific person. So this is worth to definitely pay attention to what this is and who this is. On another hand, it's just going to be about a very interesting advice that you are going to get, and that interesting advice is going to happen in between the 3rd and the 7th of February 2022. An interesting advice is going to come from someone quirky, someone unusual, someone like really strange, someone very spiritual, but then on another hand, somebody who's like so, like there is something so different about that specific person, but what this person is saying, it's absolutely right. What this person is saying, it's always been absolutely right. So it's somebody who's like very much so, very high up in your life, but then again, it's just about the actual interesting advice that you're going to get when it comes to the certain obstacle that you're going to come across. And that obstacle, it's all about the 3rd and about the next step, but it's gonna be kind of obvious within these days that I've mentioned. The second important date, my gorgeous aquamarines, it's actually going to be in between the 14th and the 17th. And now before we go there, I would highly suggest you to also look at this baby, another one, how gorgeous this pendant is, like my lord, porcelain jasper, absolutely gorgeous. It brings you like an emotional support, relaxation, emotional protection. It helps you with an ultimate grounding at a time when you find things very difficult and when you become very, very sensitive. This is like a must for an emotional support, okay? It brings you back down almost immediately. This is something I would suggest you to wear throughout February and March, and every single time when you need a little bit of emotional protection and support as well. This gorgeous porcelain jasper pendant you can buy on my website, and the link is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. Okay, so the second important dates are going to be in between the 14th and the 17th of the actual February 2022. But what I want to say to you here, it's so important that somebody who's like so close to you, you can get so much out of them. Somebody who's so close to you, it's or like your family member or someone is going through something very difficult. Something came to an end when it comes to their life. Something came to an end, and maybe something didn't work out. Maybe they started a certain path and that path came to an end. Maybe it wasn't as successful as they thought, but they're just like kind of like being a little bit uncertain and a little bit worried at the same time. That person is so close to you. They're very important to you, like a family member or someone. Please consider that person, because this is someone very super intelligent, somebody super clever, and somebody really nice person as well. That person is going to be playing an important role with things that you're doing now. That person can take care of for you in the best possible way, because you can trust them like a 1,000,000%. Yeah, just don't forget to consider that person, please, because you need to make that person to become the part of something that you are doing, something big. Okay, and this is something that it's so brilliant, because it's like, oh my god, you can trust this person. Is someone so wonderful, and you can trust this person like so much, and this is why you need this trust. Okay, and that person is pretty much so gonna cross your path on in between the 14th and the 17th of February 2022. Not crossing your path like literally, or like you haven't seen this person in a long time. Maybe you haven't, but this person is somebody who's like consistently in your life. But they're gonna cross your path in such a way where they're gonna give you certain information or message, and then you will kind of like be aware of their cleverness. I'm not saying that you weren't aware of their cleverness. I'm just saying that, you know, this is when you're gonna realize a little idea. This is the person that is gonna be playing an important role in your life later on. It's already playing like emotionally, but it's gonna be an important role later on. On another hand, in between the 14th and the 17th of February 2022, you know, you are going to have a mind-blowing energy here, and the ability to actually learn so quickly. It's mental, and this is nothing unusual, because this is your time. So it's you know, it's nothing really unusual, but you're going to like this. So, you know, on one hand, you're going to have the ability to learn things and pick up really quickly, like wow. But then on another hand, there is something that you're going to see, and something that it's going to give you an idea, and something that you're gonna be able to be halfway there as soon as you see this. Oh my god, this is sacred, Aquamarinis. This is very sacred indeed, because it's to do with that sacred gift that I was talking about, that wants to come out of you. So powerful. You put your mind towards something and you just do it, you know. And I love that about you. I love how you are genuinely wise, how you just know things and you don't know even how do you know them, you know, where do you know them from. This is the power. This is what I'm talking about. So it's about this. You need to remember, on one hand, to stay committed to the task at hand, because a lot is going to be going on. But then on another hand, it's about your own spiritual gift that is in the almost immediately going to give you control over your life. It's going to bring you strength, courage, you know, very, very positive energy, which is going to give you even more determination to carry on. You know, this is the confidence that you need, and this confidence is also going to bring you a mind-blowing accomplishment into your life. But you just need to remember to not to prolong things anymore, just to keep going, baby, and be very sharp, because you will be very sharp and clever here. I'm not saying that you're not normally clever, but you will see exactly what I mean. And then on another hand, it's just basically it is in between the 14th and the 17th of February 2022. This is also going to be an important time when it comes to you hearing about the justice. You've been waiting for this for such a long time, and now this is going to help you to start the process in your life that you wanted to start in a while. So it's about the justice that you're going to hear about, an important moment of justice that is pretty much so to do with you. Okay, and that in itself is going to bring you an important balance, harmony, and you're going to find this very, very rewarding. Okay, and that in itself is just pretty much so going to make you aware of the certain person in your life that they're having a really good intentions, you know, and that person is also with the good intentions. It's actually going to give you it is going to tell you something very, very interesting, and what interesting you're going to be told is just pretty much so like kind of like that person is going to pick you up and it's going to kind of tell you exactly what you need to hear. And this is important because that person is also meant to be in your life, and you really like this person and you look up to this person in the best possible way. Do you see what an important role people in your lives are actually going to play in February? They are going to play an important role. They are part of your learning experience. Like, this is brilliant. I can already feel what are you going to be going through. There's so many missing puzzles that are going to just manifest themselves completely out of the blue, and I absolutely like it. The third important date, my gorgeous aquamarine, is going to be on the 28th of February. Now, the 28th of February is just basically, it's all about you benefiting from these energies of feeling brave. That in itself is going to increase your capacity, and that in itself is going to increase your strength. And I'm saying this because you will be facing the situation on the 28th of February, and I don't like this because it's pretty much so to do with like a forces from the outside, that have got nothing to do with you, but they had a massive impact on you and influence on you, and they set you back by making you feel like you're not able to do something that you want to do. So these are the kind of evil little spiritish that I'm talking about. You see that they still made you kind of like, this is the last little blockage on the 28th of February that is still going to come from somewhere else towards you. Oh no, you shouldn't be doing this, you shouldn't be doing that. No baby, no, you do what you want to do. You do what you feel it's the right thing to do, okay? Because now I see that there is going to be the bravery and capacity that you are going to feel, and it's just going to be like that last blockage. So it's just something that is out of the blue going to highlight a certain part of your life that is going to take over, but it's nothing like kind of to do with you, but it's to do with the forces with outside, something that they've created and just made an influence and impact on you. So I really like the 28th because you are going to feel very brave, and you need to understand this is all about you kind of like be ready for action, you being ready to make the next step in your life, you trusting yourself, you being aware of the new start, but also at the same time push your fears aside. It is very, very significant time of your life when you need to understand that this is a moment to take a leap of faith. Very important indeed, because you will be facing a little bit of a tricky situation, quite complex situation, but then the answer to that is just keep going forward. This is only going to make cause to make something like kind of not so specific when it comes to your future planning. So it's just only going to make a little bit of murky in between, but you will know where you need to get. So it's all about you doing things, but kind of finding your ways around and changing your plans a little bit by paying attention to priorities that are to do with your life, priorities that means to you, not to somebody else. You see, it's important. This is your time, Aquamarinis, indeed. So it's all about you kind of like facing a complex situation, but then again, just keep going. That's the answer to it. It is important. It is where your strength is. It is where your power is. It is what is actually going to rejuvenate you like so much. You are being a bit of a caterpillar right now, but very, very soon you're going to become a gorgeous butterfly. So this is the last bit of a little bit of like a caterpillar moment that you are going through, you see, important. So now it's all about this progress that you are going to have, and it's also at the same time an important influence is just going to be keep on driving you forward. It's brilliant because it's all about this motivation, it's all about doing the right thing, and it's all about being driven by the next step of your life. There is a very, very important plan that you're going to come up with on the 28th of February 2022. This plan is going to change your life. You will be able to feel things you didn't feel in a long time, but you will know that this is the right thing to do. Explore. Throw yourself into all sorts of situations and do only things that make sense to you. Okay, so now my gorgeous Aquamarinis, I'm going to say briefly what to pay attention to in the first part of February, mid and the last part of February. The first part of February, I like it so much because it's also marking the end of the situation that is going to bring you relief, and that in itself is going to set you on the path where you're going to become aware of the new opportunity for happiness. The mid part of February, you need to understand you will be facing a very kind of interesting situation. Be impartial and objective, and you need to also stand up for what you believe in. Okay, this is very important indeed. Stay true to yourself. The last part of February, is just all about the actual and important security, financial security for yourself and for your family and for people around you. What you're going to be doing here, it's also going to bring you an important financial security. Do not forget this. And on another hand, what else is really important? There is a certain knowledge that you have, and you need to pass that knowledge to people that mean to you the most. You know something, you're aware of something, you need to pass that knowledge indeed. Okay, so now my gorgeous aquamarinis, I'm just going to see what is going to be your what is going to happen to those of you in relationship. So for those of you in relationship, this is brilliant because you just started a certain journey. Both of you, and it's just so much of the unknown, but you just don't care. And this is brilliant because both of you are ready. And that new journey, it's all about alteration, and it's all about stepping into the unknown but feeling a confidence. By the same time, it's about an advancement in your life. This is so important because now you are gonna learn something so special throughout this month, and by the end of February you are actually going to do the right thing, because you felt so much like both of you frequently restrained, and you were waiting for the right moment, waiting for the right time. So now this is when the water is going to start flowing indeed. For those of you that are single and ready to mingy my gorgeous aquamarini, this is like going to be a bit of like a stranger in the night, aquamarini in the morning, stranger in the night, aquamarine in the morning. This is brilliant. My gorgeous aquamarinis, I'm feeling that somebody very special is about to come to you. Somebody very special is about to manifest in your life, and I really like it. There is going to be quite important negotiation that you're going to have. That negotiation that you're going to have, it's going to happen either on the 7th, 17th or 27th of February. These 3 days are going to be so important when it comes to an important negotiation. That negotiation is going to open your eyes. That negotiation is going to give you idea. That negotiation is going to make you aware of the certain part of your life that you need to put like a bit more devotion is in terms of like offering more towards a specific goal. And once you do this, you're gonna need to inspect, and you're gonna feel like you want to inspect and explore the certain part of your life where you will know and become well aware that every single day or every single week or every 2 weeks there is something new that is going to come into your life. Maybe you will start going somewhere new, maybe you will start doing things differently, but however, this is also going to open up the path in between you and somebody else. Somebody very special is about to walk into your life, and I like this person so much because there is so much that they know. This is someone really wise, someone very mysterious, someone very unusual, but someone whom you will it's going to take a while until you get to that warmish moment in time, but then again, you need to, when you start a relationship, it's an important thing to remember to start relationship from the beginning, not from the end. Sometimes people jump in really quickly and they start from the end, so it's important to start from the beginning. So this is a very sacred beginning that I'm talking about. That person is going to make themselves known in February, by the end of February, but even if they don't make themselves known by the end of February, March and April are going to be very strong as well when the new person comes in. But it's gonna, even if that person doesn't make themselves known in February, you will know where this person, how that person is going to walk into your life. But because you will be able to identify the part that you changed or that you started, the part that you started going somewhere new. This is going to be very, very interesting, and you need this person in your life because it's going to bring it a whole new flavor, baby. When it comes to your life, you need this. Important indeed. Okay, my gorgeous aquamarini, happy birthday to you again. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Aquamarini. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Aquamarini. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Aquamarini. Happy birthday to you. Love you so much. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous Aquamarinis. I love you so much. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.